Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about decision structures. That covers chapter 5 from our textbooks, review 1 to review 6. Uh, and I'm going to show you 4 different programs. Actually, it's one program with 4 different ways of doing it. So, what is a decision structure? Well, we you should already know that from flowcharts. This is the time in the program that you have to ask yourself a question, what to do based on some value, which means, you can go one way or another, the true and false. That's your decision shape. Remember the diamond? There's a question, and then based on the question, you have to go one way or the other. So how do we do it? How do we program? Well, the simplest one would be the if-then statement. So how does it work? It is if and then condition. What is a condition? The condition could be something is equal to something else, something is greater than or equal, something is less than or equal, or something is not equal to the other variable or a number. So, what can we do then? Well, if, condition, then statements. What's a statement? Line of code. And then we've got the and if. You should by now have seen those structures through the PowerPoint. But if you haven't, well, let's look at my example. This example I'm going to use 4 times, and in all 4 times you'll have different coding. Yes, that's how it is in computers. You can do the same thing differently, and that's good because we are all different. We have different ideas how to do things, and why not? That's how we should. Well, let me show you the first one. The first one is the nested if example. Example of what? You are going to enter your mark, and based on this mark, I'm going to evaluate, is it great, excellent, good, or not good? All right. As you can see, based on this mark entered, the computer has to figure out what answer to give, to go this path, or another. And let's see what I have on my form. So first I changed the form text property. I added a label called LBL prompt. I added a text box. This is the object that the user is going to use to input the mark. We've got the check button that is going to start our procedure, and finally, not visible, but it's right here, a label LBL answer, which will give us the answer. Shall we try it? Let's check. So, yeah, it does take a moment if you run it the first time. And then let's enter. Let's say your mark was 48. Shall we check? Not good. Okay, how about 55? Study more. Okay, what about 75? Very good. 19, 92. Here it is. Excellent. So, as you can see, based on your mark, you are going to get a different answer. How did we do it? Well, let me show you. First, let's close this and let's go to our program. Now, what you see here, no. First, you start with your comments, your name, and the date you created the program. Then, we have to declare a variable. How come? Well, we do have a variable because we have no idea what will be the mark entered by the user. Then we have to tell the computer where the mark comes from. Notice I skipped the me in front of txt mark. How come? 2019 version does, the Visual Basic figures out what you want to type, so you don't need to use the me anymore. Now, let's see what's next. Oh, okay. Remember what I told you? If, then we've got the condition. Here we've got int mark is greater than or equal to 90. Then what? Then our label, the text property of the label is going to say excellent. Then we've got else. Remember, there are some rules when we do the if statements. First, sometimes we don't have else. Okay, for example, if the sum of the addition is greater than 100, then display it. Otherwise do nothing. So we'll just do if sum is greater than 100, then LBL answer whatever the variable. Now, so I mean display the variable. In this case, we've got the else, but not just one, and another, and another. Watch, it looks kind of like a Christmas tree on the side. If, else, and if, else, and if, else, and if. Okay, this is called nested. How come? Because as you can see, this if is inside of this if, which is inside of that if. Lots of coding. Okay, I wanted to show it to you. It's just a basic if, else, and if inside of another. Do I personally do it? No, but wait just a second. Let's finish the code. So here it is. If it is greater than 90, then excellent. Otherwise, if is greater than 70, then show this. Otherwise, if it's greater than or equal to 50, do this. And else, what is else? Whatever left. Okay, so here we covered everything between if 0 and 100. Those are the marks that we usually get. Now, then of course we've got the text change procedure. Remember why? Because we don't want the previous message in the answer label before we actually click on the button. Okay, so this is the first way of doing this particular program. Let me show you how I usually do it. So, File, Open, Project. Which one? Now I'm going to show you the if, then, else, if. Oh, that's something new. You haven't seen else if yet. And yes, it is else if. It's not else elf, as some people might think. That's the I, not the L. All right, so let's look. Oh, nice, isn't it? It's much shorter than the other one. There's no extra ifs. There's only one and if. There's only one if. Okay, so what's going on? Same stuff. Name, date. We declare the variable. We tell the computer where the variable value comes from. It comes from the text box. And now we decide. If the mark, then you see the condition. If the mark is greater than 90, then what? Then answer is excellent. And watch this. Else if, one word. Okay, here we've got a condition as well. All right, and then the answer will be, again, else if for the next condition, and else, no need for any condition, else is everything what's left, so it's not good. And the same text change procedure, just for the fun of it, let's look if it works. All right, so the same marks, let's say, well, the same, I don't even remember if it was 48 that I tried before. Not good. How about 52? Yeah, those are different marks, but still you can see the same outcome. And 92, like in the previous example. Excellent. Good. So this is what I usually use when I do if statements. But it's not the only decision structure that you could use in a Visual Studio, Visual Basic. What else? I am going to show you select case. So, File, Open, Project. See, I've already done it for you, so you don't have to watch me actually doing it. And Well, let's first start with the screen. Same. The prompt, the text box, the check button, and of course our label, which is going to show the answer. And this is the select case. Well, let's look. A little bit different, even less coding. How is it possible? Well, again, oh, what did we miss here? No, you don't want to miss your comments. You know, in real life, there are 4 comments at the top, but we won't bother with it right now. So once again, the same as in if statement, you start with declaring the variable. Oh, I put it all in one line. Before, I declared the variable, and then I said that int mark comes from the value of the text box. Well, we can do it shorter, as you can see. We can actually put it all together. Is it in if statements or any other statements when we can declare the variable? Okay, tell the computer it's going to be an integer and immediately assign a value when we declare it. So the value comes from the text property of the text box. Okay, this is something new. This is a new format. Select case. Notice we are using the int mark. Okay, so we declare the variable, we told the computer where it comes from, and now we are saying, select the case. If that int mark, if the case is between 90 and 100, remember before we've done it greater than or equal to 90? Now we are saying if it's between 90 and 100, then the answer will be excellent. Between 70 and 89 is very good. 50 and 69 study more. And it even has a case else, the same as the else in the if statement. And we've got the not good and select. So the format select case and select ends it. The same way as with if, you had end if. And notice the same text change procedure as before. Okay, so this is select case. Now, is it possible to use select case and use greater than, less than, and so on? Yes. How? We are going to use case is. Notice here we've got from to. Don't forget to put that word to. Dash or hyphen is not going to work. You have to put the word to. Check in your textbook the other ways of doing it with a comma when you select 2 different values. All right, so check it. But let's look at case is now. So remember, here we've got select case, the variable, and then we are setting cases from to, and there's case else for everything else, and select. Let's check the last one. Yes, the last one for today. So let's go File, Open, Project. This time I'm going to go for select case is. Yeah. Of course, we have to save the one from before. Oh, because I made changes right now. You are seeing the same thing. The only difference is in the text property of the form. So now we are using case is. Same text box, same prompt, same button, same the answer label. And I won't even bother with running. Believe me, it runs exactly the same. So what have I done? Same thing. First, declare the variable, give it a value, and then watch. Yes, I can use greater than or greater than and equal, but this time to the word case, I'm adding the word is. So if you want to say that the case is from to, then you have to say case, number 2 number. But if you are not sure what the ending or whatever, well, you can use the greater than. Case is greater than. Oh, so this looks very similar to what we used in if statements, when we use greater than 90, greater than 70, greater than 50, and case else, and a text change procedure. So this covers reviews 1 to 6 in your textbooks. Have fun and enjoy.